I was actually at home working on some paperwork on my laptop, and I had felt some movement, and I assumed it was my kids home for a Thanksgiving break from college, and I just assumed it was just, that type of situation. I never attributed it to an earthquake until I heard on the news that we had just had an earthquake earlier in the evening. So my business is what's called an end result business. I am actually showing an end result versus, if you were doing a countertop or a kitchen remodel, you're going to see all the eye candy. I'm doing the structural components. They go, well, now, we've had a lot of earthquakes, and they go, well, we know these cracks were here before, but they thought that they had noticed a bigger change in the movement from the earthquakes. But on a brick home, we're looking for cracks in the brick. We're looking for different types of patterns in the brick, whether it's a stair-step crack, it's a crack coming off of an angle, or if it's a shear crack where it just splits the brick completely in two from top to bottom. If there would have been earthquake damage, there would have been shears in the brick. The brick would have been separated in a specific pattern, not necessarily isolated to a mortar joint. In this case, we have a vertical mortar joint. So if it was earthquake damage, it wouldn't have been concentrated in a specific pattern. It would have been more pronounced. This is a small minor stress crack, but that crack was wider. When this foundation went up, those cracks closed. Earthquake damage, it wouldn't have been, again, isolated to a specific point on a foundation. There'd be several points because all that energy from that earthquake is moving. It's moving the structure in such a manner it wouldn't be isolated to one specific pinpointed area. It would be more pronounced over the course of the entire structure. There were some areas where this brick had all shifted out toward the street. Well, this brick had pulled away, it was sticking out, this lumber had pulled away from the house. So think of it as a dry sponge that you throw into water. You put a dry sponge in water, you'll watch that sponge grow. That's what clay does. That moisture will get into the clay and you'll watch that clay will expand. Well, when it contracts, what happens is that moisture leaves the soil and creates a void pocket, and that void pocket is essentially underneath the foundation, and that's what causes these to go because of gravity. Picking this whole entire foundation in the affected area up and getting it to go back into place. Yeah, from where we're standing here, I've worked 2 blocks that way, 2 blocks this direction, 3 blocks this direction, and then about 5 blocks to the west. So just from where we're standing from a center point, I've worked within about a 6 to 8 block radius of this house. I'd say we had about 10% of the people asking right now. I'm going to see that increase though, because I'm seeing that call volume. Every time there's an earthquake, our call volume increases. So I think it's just going to go exponentially from there.